What's up, YouTube? This is Big Fish here with another reaction video. We got a new format going where I'm not going to show the actual video, but we're just going to listen to it because I've just been getting blocked like crazy by Disney. They do not F with your boy. Also, Europe, especially the UK, they decided to finally start helping Ukraine. They want to send off some troops in 1.5 billion. Also, there was a deal that UK and Ukraine had where they were going to send over the minerals that we want, that we're trying to make a deal. They've been sitting over there for 100 years. So were they trying to backdoor us on that deal or what? That's crazy. Also, AOC, she might get prosecuted. Tom Holman would like to have that happen. I would love to see that happen because he's trying to help the illegals evade ICE. Can't have that happening. And if she did get in prison, that would set an example for all these protesters, which I would like to see something happen to them. You're not supposed to help people that we're trying to arrest, especially criminals. Let's get into the video. Fallout from Trump's Zelensky meeting. Let's hear what the views got to say today. It might be wild.
European leaders are rallying around Ukraine President Zelensky after that ridiculous meeting at the White House on Friday. And it's raising it's raising concerns about the future of U.S. support. Take a look.
During the war,
we want out of NATO, and Zelensky wants into NATO. What a crazy coincidence. And then I hear we fund 85% of NATO.
everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now.
This
but
is
you
where
will
Trump
feel
snapped.
it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know that.
bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You
was
don't have the
in-
cards right now. With us, you start
I'm
having
not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting, have
today.
you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You're not winning this.
I-
You have a damn
we-
good chance of
we
coming
are
out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone.
If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
For him to say that they've been alone from the very start, Bud, Biden sent you over $350 billion in equipment. Even Trump sent you equipment. And that was in his first presidency. He gave him javelins. Are you crazy to say that you've been alone because we didn't send over troops, but we sent over money and equipment so you could defend yourselves? Because what Trump said, 2 weeks, it would have probably been less. You already know Russia took over 2 of these territories, and they're not giving them back. He can't make demands. He doesn't have the power to make demands.
You know, that has to be one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. This is a leader of a sovereign nation, and you are doing theater with him because you're trying to show that you're the hard guy. But I don't think anybody wanted you to be the hard guy. I don't think you asked anybody how they felt, how people who voted for you.
Actually, they did a polling that showed 50% of Americans want this war to end and 48% don't. From 2022, that was a big increase. It was at 31% that Americans wanted this war to end. So, yeah, times are changing. I hope y'all get on board.
You didn't ask them how they feel about what you're doing. You didn't ask them if they want to be operatives of Putin's government. You haven't asked that.
Huh?
And I'm sorry, I do stand with you, Zelensky.
Not just 30 seconds ago when she said his name, she forgets it that fast. How can you stand with somebody that you can't even say their whoopee?
Because
Whoopee.
you've been fighting Your country's been fighting, and you've been doing it on your own, and you've been getting help, but I stand with y'all, because nobody should ever be able to come into your country and say, this is my country. We have a habit of doing that. Many countries in our world have a habit of going in and invading other countries. Yeah. And we all have said, I thought for the past at least 100 years, we don't like that. Yeah. Right. We don't want to do that. We don't want to be that. And here we are. Who are we? What did you think when you watched this insanity?
I thought it was chilling, and I just want to note 62% of Americans support Ukraine. That is just a fact. So Donald Trump and JD Vance are on the minority in this. But I want to play a clip quickly just to capture the moment.
What I'm hearing from these ladies at the moment, it's not America first for them. It's a new agenda. This is the American first agenda. Like I said, we won't out of NATO. We're done with them. We have no benefits from them. Allies? Who? We the ones who came over there in World War II and helped you with your problem. Would assert Hitler. He already had taken over 2 countries before we got over there. Benefits? Y'all benefit the most from us.
I want to tell you and your people, you're the ally I've been hoping for all my life. Not one American has died defending Ukraine. You've taken our weapons and you've kicked their ass.
I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. I think most Americans saw a guy that they would not want to go in business with.
That was 2 weeks apart. And the first Lindsey Graham was right. He knows.
That was Lindsey Graham, as she said, and it only took 2 weeks for him to flip that tone. If you don't see how much a joke it is trying to deal with Zelensky, that man said, never mind, I take all that back. They've been actually forcing their people to actually join the military. There was 2 videos. Second was one, I don't think there was audio, and the second was he was walking his dog, and the one with the audio, and he was screaming bloody murder as they took him away. Because they're losing. Man, fast. Russia is built for this. They have a huge military and nukes. But Ukraine, they had a decent sized military, but they don't got nukes.
This is a sovereign nation, an ally of ours who is fighting our enemy on their soil so that we don't have to. So not a single U.S. troop ever has to fight Russia in this war. And he flips completely. And
why would we? Why would we have to just automatically fight Russia? This is a European problem. What?
I will never understand in my bones, having been on Air Force One with Trump, having been to Mar-a-Lago, is all that worth it to sell out everything you believe in, to sell out all of your principles? His entire career has been standing by our allies and advocating for NATO support. If Trump pulls out of NATO, is Lindsey Graham going to be like, yeah, that's right, the most successful defense alliance in history? That's right, Donald Trump said so. Like, grow a backbone, people. This matters.
First of all, I think this was all staged and this was all prepared. Because the minute Zelensky gets off the car, Donald Trump makes an issue of how he is dressed.
Yeah.
Well, you know who else showed up during a war dressed in uniform during World War II? Winston Churchill. I think we have the picture. And nobody said anything. I think that is a red herring because... And
it's a different time. We have social media. We have cable. We have TV in front of us all the time. This man came in business casual, barely even business casual. This man came in a sweatshirt and some pants. But just put on a suit. Show that you're a professional. You got your people over here dying, and you can't even look appropriate for the matter that you care for your people, that you're actually trying to get a deal done for America? Nah.
I mean, you know what he's wearing? What he's wearing because he is representing people suffering, because he is representing a country at war, because over 100 hospitals have been destroyed, over 700 schools have been destroyed, over 100 churches have been destroyed, thousands and thousands and thousands of Ukrainian lives have been destroyed and lost. And for them to be picking on the way he was dressed was one of the worst, most embarrassing, horrifying, mortifying moments I've ever
Horrifying
seen
and
in the Oval
mortifying.
Office. It was not Zelensky disrespecting the Oval Office. It was Donald Trump and his minions disrespecting the Oval Office. And I think this is all to adjust.
They just don't understand the agenda. It's America first. We stand on business. This ain't no Biden nigga, no kamala. No. He thought he was about to come in there and get money, making demands. You don't make demands when you don't have nothing to. Only thing you got to give us is minerals. Because you don't got the money to pay us back, so we're going to find some other way to get it. How you going to make demands? And y'all been talking about this for a while behind the closed doors before you brought this out to the people. But you got the cameras on you, as I said. TV on us all the time. Then he starts acting big and bad. That's wild.
Justification, them trying to find justification so they can stop supporting Ukraine.
Yes. Yeah.
And they can get support from his followers for supporting Ukraine. And I just have to have a word for Lindsey Graham, who I've known for decades, for Marco Rubio, who I've known for 30 years. Qué pena, qué vergüenza me das, Marco. I am so embarrassed and ashamed. Marco has spent his entire life and career talking against tyranny, talking against Putin and his influence in Latin America. And to see him sell out his conviction and his principle and go do Donald Trump's bidding. Do you know that the issue they have apparently with Zelensky is that he didn't say thank you enough? Well, he has said thank you.
There was many issues. Thank you was one of them. He wasn't very appreciative right there when we're talking in the Oval Office. Behind the closed doors, we don't know how he was talking either. But to come out there and act like you didn't know what you were doing there to sign that deal and you weren't dressed appropriate for the matter, it's disrespect everywhere. And we ain't taking that. It's big America, big masculinity back.
For 3 years.
And by the way, he said thank you, and when he came, he thanked the American people.
Yes.
He better thank us. That's our tax dollars going over there.
This stuff he sends out, I'm sorry. You know, I know we're supposed to, try not to upset anybody, but damn, man.
What is Whoopi even talking about?
Well, it was an embarrassment. I will say I agree with you, Anna. It was pre-planned because former ambassador to the UN, Susan Nation, said on MSNBC there is no question this was a setup. That a vice president generally does not speak in those moments without the Susan Rice, without the
they forgetting all these people's names
and of the president. So President Trump knew that J.D. Vance was going to do that, and I think it really took a turn when Zelensky, with his bravery and with his courage, said to J.D. Vance, have you ever been to Ukraine?
No.
So he embarrassed the bully. And what happens when you embarrass a bully? They have a tantrum and they react that way. And they do. And I'll just end with this because I know we're out of time. Leader Jeffrey's statement, he said this: President Trump and his administration continue to embarrass America on the world stage. Today's White House meeting with the president of Ukraine was appalling and will only serve to further embolden Vladimir Putin, a brutal dictator. And that is the truth. They want.
She said that is the truth. Hakeem Jeffries, he's the off-brand Obama. Hakeem Jeffries, he's the leader of the Democratic Party. Like, please, y'all gotta find a better leader because Hakeem is not leading y'all. That man is getting y'all washed. He's just spitting all kind of propaganda. He's getting washed. Alright, go down to the comment section. Tell me how you felt about the video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you. Peace.